children's menus with like little coloring things, and you always got like 4 crayons, and you always wanted more colors. But did you ever think there was a reason you only got 4 crayons? So like, basically, like some of them have maps on them, and the 4-color theorem states that like you can color a map with 4 colors, any map, and none of the 2 colors will like border each other. So like, why do you care about the 4-color theorem? Well, like the 4-color theorem isn't something that you use like every day, but like in maps and stuff, it's really useful. Except you'll see a lot of maps with more than 4 colors because it's easier. But like math is in everyday life, and it's important to like know about them. So I am a huge math nerd. I'm a mathematics and chemistry major. I also math tutor in the math lab. If any of you need math help or anything, got you. So like, I'm pretty credible to speak about it. So today I'm going to tell you basically about what it is, the people that came up with it, and like when it happened and why it's so confusing. So first, let me explain what it is. So like, it's basically saying that you can color any map with 4 colors and none of them will intersect. These are all like kind of like examples of that. So like, if you look, there's only 4 colors used and none of them touch each other, which is kind of crazy because like some of these are really weird like that. That's kind of crazy to think about. So yeah, basically the main components, no bordering things can have the same color. So like if you look in like this one, it's kind of the most simple one I think. There's no part of the yellow is touching each other, the green or the pink or the blue, stuff like that. Maps usually have more colors just because it is easier. My favorite example is this one, because it's all the counties and all the states, and none of the 4 colors are touching each other, and this just looks crazy. And I just think that's why math is really so cool. Okay, so with the people that like made the theorem, okay, so like I just told you about like what it is. So now for the people in like the time period when it all came about. So Harvey Mudd's professor, Francis Sue, who was a post-president of the Mathematical Association of America, like, makes him credible. He told us that in 1852, Francis Guthrie made a conjecture, which is like kind of like a hypothesis, kind of, or like an idea of like, yeah, an idea of what it was. It wasn't proven though, and then people worked more, obviously. And then Brilliant, which is a math and science like big thing, like it's an education thing, like it tells you a lot about math and science. They told us that a guy named Kemp made a conjecture in 1876 about like the 4-color theorem and tried to prove it, but after 11 years it was proven wrong. So it was a very ongoing thing. The real theorem didn't come until 1976 though, when Wolfgang Haken and Kenneth Appeal like came up with it, and it took them a long time to like get everything set. So now we know the people in the time period. Why did it take so long to prove? Well, it's so complicated and you have to check every possibility. And like one of the main things is like, this is gonna sound really bad for non-math educated people, but an infinite graph G can be ordered with K colors if and only if every subgraph of G can be ordered with K, colored with K. So basically in like non-math terms, that means like, if you take like an individual state, if you can get all of the like counties in the state to not touch each other, you can do the same with the whole map basically. And every subgraph can be done like that. When Hagen and Kenneth like came up with the whole thing, it took them 1,000 hours straight with a supercomputer to finally prove it. And they had to test over about 2,000 sample cases to get everything correct and to fully be like proven. Yeah. Okay. And so basically, how like you have to like look at it, you have to so like this is really complicated. So you have to put it in more like simpler terms. I guess it means like easier shapes to work with, which is how they like came apart with doing it. Because see, like it's still the same shape format, kind of like this here, and like obviously it's more simple and way easier to prove that way. Okay, so I told you what the four-coloring theorem is, and I told you who came up with it and the dates and like the whole process, and then I sort of explained why it's so complex, even though it's way more complex for even me to understand. So basically my challenge to you is if you go to a restaurant and you see that one of the kids' menus has like a map and they give you 4 colors, my challenge for you is to try and do it with like following the 4-color theorem. That is, if you have the courage to ask for your own kid's menu. Any questions?
Why'd you choose this?